I was struggling really badly with social anxiety. So I Google how to hold a better conversation. Charisma on command. I watched this video. He's like, you need 3 conversation starters before you go into any convo. So at this point, I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. So the next day in class, there's this girl I want to speak to. In class, I'm like, okay, I got my 3 combo starters. And at the end of class, for the sake of the video, I say, hey, Joanna, that's not her name. I go up to her, combo starter 1, combo starter 2. Then I'm getting a bit nervous now. I'm talking to her, combo's going a bit quiet, you know, hands clammy a little bit sweaty. 3rd combo starter done. I tried to drag this combo out forever, but eventually I ran out of shit to say. It was genuinely the most awkward conversation ever. It's horrible. And I learned that from a big social skills YouTuber. First point is, my social skills advice is nothing like that, because mine is experience based. It's not be charismatic. Mine is more about like making good friends and how I did that myself. So, you know, if someone did that, it's most likely that will also work for you. And like, unless there's some extremely differentiating factor, right? Anyways, I wanted to share this massive mindset that I've learned. Okay, this is a gym analogy, but there's this guy, it's related to social skills, just hold on. There's a super jacked guy, and I'm like, yo, how do I get bigger in the gym? And I'm chilling with him, and he's ripping the vape. He's like, you know, you kind of just, mate, don't overthink it. Just go, bro. Like, just go bench, just hit some pull-ups, hit some bicep curls, hit some triceps. Don't overthink it, mate. Just go. And he's like, yeah, I go to the gym, I get back to house, I eat some shit, have a wank, all good. Like, I'm like, mate, you don't know what you're talking about, do you? He literally just pulls up and does some shit, right? And he said, I asked him again, I was like, don't you like know what exercise you're doing and all that? And he's like, honestly, I had no fucking clue what I was doing the first time I went to the gym. Just went and did bench press. And then when I was there, I started to learn more about lifting. This guy is super fucking jacked, like unbelievably jacked. I know genetics might have a play, but he wasn't naturally jacked when I fucking first met him. So I know that it's gym progress, right? He made so much more progress than the overthinker who didn't even go to the gym. 70% of social skills is just showing up. And then once you've shown up, you're just doing some bullshit, you're saying hi, you're trying your best, then you'd start learning these tactics. You start applying what I've taught you. If there's a moment where you're like, okay, I don't know how to hold conversations longer. So you go to my channel, you're like, how to hold conversations longer. Or you look through a video with social skills or conversational advice. Whatever, you look for a video, you're like, oh, that's the problem I'm struggling with. You watch that, the next day you go and you're trying to be social again at maybe the boxing gym, whatever your place you choose is. Then you're like, oh, I know to improve on that. If you just learn, you never go anywhere, you're just at school, and you know, it might help you a lot. My videos are made to like have an invisible impact of slowly breaking down your limiting beliefs, and like you might not notice it immediately, but over a few months, your social life has gone better. You might have made a good friend just by watching my videos or understanding these concepts that really help you in conversations. But you're never gonna social skills ascend that way. You're never gonna get the dream friend group, or you might if you're like already naturally social, but you're most likely not gonna get the dream friend group and like your dream girl. I mean, just for clarity, I don't have my dream girl right now, but like I think I know enough about like, you know, dating experience. But I'm gonna tell you, this is a side point. Every good experience that has happened to me with like girl really liking me always had some shit to do with my social skills. They're like, oh, you're so funny. Like my looks hasn't really changed in the last few years, but my like energy has, social skills ascended. And when I go out, I notice that difference very clearly. Like I would have never gotten approached by a girl when I was younger. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just get on to the next points, but like when you improve your social skills, your dating life comes along with it. If you put in a little bit of effort, obviously you're gonna still have to say hi to some girls, but let's get back to the point. Actually, you know what? Let me finish this up real quick. If you're super social and you're like popular at school, you might not have to do anything. You might still get like a gorgeous girlfriend, you know? We all know that one fucking dude who just like girls just go up to him, right? Let me get on the next point. One day I asked my dad where to go, and he's like, Finn, just go to the mall, go with a homeboy and go chat, say hi to some girl. I was asking him how to make better mates. He's like, don't you want to meet a girl or something? I'm like, yeah, I kind of do, you know? Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want to meet someone? And he's like, yeah, go to theme park, go to movies. That's what me and your uncle did back in the day. My, not blood uncle, uncle-in-law. Holy yap. Anyways, I didn't have a homeboy to go with, right? That's why I've dedicated this video, because I think that if I went and I had a really good friend who was down to do the same like social skills learning thing with me back then, I would have made so much more progress, and I kind of have that now. One of my friends were gonna go and do like a similar kind of like go around during the day and talk to loads of people thing on Saturday. But for now, like at that time, I didn't have that homeboy, and so I'm dedicating this video, the rest of the video, to how to make a new super close friend within a month. I guarantee, like, book a free call with me, link in the description. I'm doing mentorship. We can see if we'll be a good fit for each other. But I guarantee if you want to be mentored by me, I can help you make a new super close, like, right-hand man, like number one friend within a month. Like, maybe you might not be super, like, you may not get to the point where he's your best friend or anything, because it takes time to build friendships, but the friendship will be there, and all you need to do is keep being yourself. I can do that, and if you're not interested, either watch the rest of my videos, there's so much free advice, subscribe, or just join my Discord server. I think I'm gonna upload my full social skills guide, the written one, not the video course, that I'm gatekeeping that for now. And I might. So if you're interested in getting that, click the link in the description. It's really fucking good. So the first question you gotta ask yourself, you wanna meet your new best friend. Where the fuck does this guy reside? Ideally, the best friend you want to meet isn't some gooner at home and he's at home all the time. You don't want to meet people like that. You either, the best way to find out what kind of guy you want to meet, it's honestly just someone who's respectful, loyal, kind, and doesn't care too much what other people think. Low-key, just go to the gym, boxing gym is perfect. It doesn't really matter. It's about it doesn't matter too much where you go. It's just it depends on your hobbies, If you love fucking riding motorcycles, then maybe you might want to meet someone at like a motorcycle group. Whatever it is, I don't know much about motorcycles. I decided to go to a boxing gym. I was procrastinating this for like 3 weeks. My friend told me this is the boxing gym to go to. 3 weeks later, I still hadn't gone. And then one day I was like, I'm fucking doing it. I'm just gonna go. And when I went, it was terrifying. I didn't say anything the first session. In my mind, I was like, oh, everyone must be looking at me. No one gave a fuck, actually. And then by the end of week 1, it got easier and easier each time I went. I went 5 times in 1 week. It was hard as fuck. But then all of a sudden it was chill. It was awesome, bro. After that, I started to really fucking enjoy it. Every time I'd go, I'd be laughing my ass off with the boys. I'm so happy I joined that boxing gym. I met this guy who's down to do a lot of shit, and we're hanging out on Saturday. I met him at this boxing gym, and I fucking love this guy. So I'm telling you, you can make these really good friends. I recommend a martial arts gym super heavy. You don't even need to spar. Honestly, don't spar if you don't have personal goals of being a boxer. If you spar, I don't want to get sidetracked, right? But you can just go and not spar if you're scared of sparring. And most coaches are actually really good. They're not going to put that pressure on you. Now I want to give you 3 massive pieces of advices on specifically talking to people. One day I pulled up to the gym and I see my boy. This is the guy that I'm hanging out with that Saturday. This is before we were getting really close. I'm at first he was quite intimidating. He's a pro boxer. He's a pretty impressive dude. And I'm like, yo, bro, I fuck with your fit today, bro. You bring that good energy. By the way, I was in a terrible mood. I don't think anybody would have fucking guessed, but I was low-key having a little bit of a tear up earlier that day. A few hours, literally an hour before I went to the boxing gym. But I'm gonna keep that silent. I don't need everyone to know that, The whole point is, I don't want to tell anyone that, right? But I want it to be clear that even if you're fucking carking it, your girlfriend just dumped you or some horrible shit, whatever it is, you can still bring good energy. You can just force it. And when you force it, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, thank you so much, man." All of a sudden I start to feel better. So I do really fuck with bringing good energy. I think it's a massive thing. Just think about that. Whenever the next time you see someone, be hyped to see them. Yo, it's so nice to see you, bro. They might not be as excited because they don't know like how to show it yet. But eventually, when you get close to someone, they're gonna be more and more excited. You're gonna be like, "Hey," you could just start gassing up every time you see your boys. That is a massive social skills lesson. Massive. It's so easy to explain as well. I don't have to tell you some complex story, bro. You kind of just get it. Like, just when you go up to someone, be like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say on that point. Next point, when I would go to the boxing gym, basically at the end of training, I would start a convo with the boys. And I told him about this time where I went out by myself and I was up till like fucking 7 in the morning and all these crazy things. I would also tell him like these hype stories, and I would also tell him, "Oh yeah, I low-key got bullied in school, blah blah blah." Like, I didn't get beat up, but like psychologically. And I told honest and hype stories all the time, even though I was scared. What will he think about what I've just said? All the time, I was scared about what he would like. Oh, will he think this story is weird? Will he think he's a degenerate because I was drinking this one night? Just say your story. Because a lot of the time, even if it's a dumbass story, people are just happy to listen. It's interesting. It's like you're getting to know somebody. Obviously, I'm good at storytelling, so that helps a lot. But even when I was shit at storytelling like 4 or 5 years ago, it's the same tactic still worked when I wanted to, like, when I actually did it. The problem was I was always scared to tell the story. But when I actually did tell a story of something I did, or like a vulnerable story, people would actually be super receptive to that. They would be really interested. Sorry, bro. This is like eucalyptus or some shit like that. It's not fucking drugs, mate. I know that sniffing on some shit looks like I'm doing drugs. I know that my energy is so hype, you probably reckon I'm on drugs too, but I want to get on my next point, right? I remember one of these stories that I told my friend. It was about how we would go to the races, Hong Kong horse races. And I was saying this might be the move, you can go and speak to people there. I was like, "You should come with me sometime." 2 weeks later, he's like, "Yo, do you want to go next week to the races?" I was gonna invite him to do something eventually. I just genuinely already have a lot of friends and I'm really busy, so I usually don't really care. But I'm glad that he asked me, because it was something I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to bring you there." It was a valuable invite. I'm like, "Yeah, I got some mates going, we'll have a good time." Obviously, like, it helps that when we go to this event, there's like this super pretty girl that I'm friends with that I can set him up with. Like, it helps that, I have a bunch of friends there that I can introduce him to. I get that you might not have like that crazy social life built up already, but you don't need it at all. Like, in Australia, in like some random gym, I met a new friend when they knew nothing about me and I knew no one in Sydney. So, and I didn't go to school in Sydney, I was just on holiday there and I still made friends there. So I don't want any excuses from you on this. "Oh, I don't have loads of friends." Just invite someone to something you think they might find enjoyable. There's so much more to this topic. I'm just like wanted to, give some main big points. And I hope you join a boxing gym. I hope you actually start. Maybe you're still struggling. Maybe there's something in your mind. Click the link in the description if you want to have this chat with me. I'm more than happy to chat to my fucking YouTube boys. I love this topic. And then if you're on the call and you're interested in mentorship, we can discuss that as well. I can give you a better, like, if I think you're already quite social, you have a few good friends, but you really want a social skills ascend, you want to specifically make a new friend group or whatever it is that you want. Maybe we can say, okay, if you don't make this goal, then I'll give you a full refund. Something along those lines. Either way, join my Discord. Probably going to have the free social skills guide in there. And subscribe, bro. Have a great day, bro. Like and comment with like whatever your opinion is, any questions. Really helps me. Have a great day. Love.